Hello friends, Scott from Fly River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you once a week to update you on my keto progress and try to check in with you at least one other time during the week. Usually to share something that I've discovered about the ketogenic lifestyle, but occasionally to share a little something that I've discovered about this journey that we call life. Today is July 3rd. And I had an unexpected bit of fun today. My boss called me at noon and said, hey, take the rest of the day off. We're giving everybody the rest of the day off to enjoy the 4th of July with their families. We actually have the 4th of July off tomorrow, which is great, but they gave us the afternoon of the 3rd off, which was really nice. So I had a little extra free time today. I decided that I would jump on here and share a little something with you guys that I've been kind of thinking a little bit about here the last few days. What I've been thinking about is I have been on this keto journey for almost 2 years. In fact, I actually had a memory pop up in my Facebook memories today, and I shared a post on my Facebook page. I will actually, I think, put it as the thumbnail for this video if I can make it fit right. But the last picture that I took of myself, it's like a full body shot or whatever, was 2 years ago today. My cousin Nathan was in town visiting, and we had gone to breakfast at Perkins and decided to just take a photo outside, and got an up and down photo, and you got most of me, which you don't get very often. You certainly didn't used to get very often, as I was tipping the scales at 475 pounds at the time. And so I took the opportunity this morning to take a photo, and I have a comparison photo of those two pictures. And it just got me thinking about my journey, and I was thinking about how, when I started my journey, how different some things were from how they are today. I mean, obviously I was a much different, much larger person, and I was not very active, as would probably not surprise you particularly. I was a person who could barely go from the couch to the fridge, is what I used to say, and that really, I laugh at maybe kind of having a bit of a funny turn of phrase, but the fact of the matter is, guys, that was not far from being true. I really didn't go hardly anywhere and do hardly anything. And it got me to thinking about exercise as it relates to the ketogenic lifestyle. And the reason is, I feel like when I started this journey 2 years ago, that there were quite a few people, influencers, whatever you want to call them, that were talking about how you could lose weight with keto without exercise. And first of all, I think that's absolutely true. I don't think it's true. I know it's true because it was true for me, because when I started my journey 2 years ago, I was not really able to do much in the way of exercise. Now, that has changed over the 2 years for sure. And what I started with when I started out on my keto journey was I started with intentional movement, not really exercise. And what I mean by that is I didn't throw on the workout clothes, get the watch all hooked up and push a button, and, wasn't doing the elliptical machine, or wasn't going for a walk, wasn't lifting weights. My wife said, hey, I'm going to go to the store, I need to pick up some groceries. I said, hey, I'll go with you. And I would go to the store and I'd walk around the store. Now, that may not sound like exercise to a lot of you, but for me, compared to what I had been doing, my wife used to say, hey, honey, I'm going to the store. I'm like, have a good time. I didn't want to go, because quite frankly, walking around the store was very difficult for me. So that was my exercise when I started my keto journey. Now, as time has gone on, I have wanted to do a lot more exercise. And those of you who've been following along on my recent videos know that a few of my goals right now are actually related to exercise. I do DDPY, which is Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. It's a yoga program, and I've been doing that for a little over a year, and I really like it, and I have a goal to do it every day. In addition to that, I get walking done, whether it be with my dogs, which is what usually happens when I'm at home, or just with my wife when we're here kind of on a vacation. And also I've started to lift weights. I'm in the middle of a weight training program, a 30-day weight training program through Anabolic Aliens is the YouTube channel that I've been following. And I say that to, if you were to jump on and you had just found my channel for the very first time and you kind of watched my last few videos, you might have the impression that in order to have success on keto, you really need to exercise, because over half of my goals right now are exercise. I want to get a walk in every day. I want to do my DDPY workout every day. I want to do my weight training program every day. And you might almost have the impression that the reason that I've had the success that I've had on the scale, my relationship with Earth's gravity, which is what everybody seems to want to talk about, is because of the exercise that I've done. Now, do I think that exercise has been helpful for me on my journey? Absolutely, I do. There's no question about that. It is great for my mental health. It is great for my heart. It is great for my cardiovascular system. It is great for my ability to do some of the things I want to do, like go to an amusement park with my family and walk 15,000 steps like I did the other day, or go hunting with my dad and be able to walk up and down the sandhills where we do some of our hunting. Now, I've had those benefits for sure, but is it the biggest thing that has helped me on my weight loss journey, on my relationship with Earth's gravity? And the answer to that question would be absolutely not. You cannot outrun your fork. So I would say that my nutrition and eating the ketogenic lifestyle, getting carbs out of my life, getting sugar out of my life, that is what has made all the difference for me. And the reason I started to think about that, and I started to say this, I think, as I started talking to you guys today, was that it feels like a couple of years ago that a lot of people were saying, yes, you live the ketogenic lifestyle, you don't have to worry about exercise, you can lose weight, that's great. And it seems like more recently, and I don't know if it's just because I've been looking for it, or if it's because more influencers are talking about it, but people are talking about their weight training programs that they're doing, their walking or running that they're doing, and there's these step challenges and there's these workout challenges, and I just got to thinking to myself, do you need to exercise in the keto lifestyle? And I think the answer to that question is no, but you might want to. That interesting thing, kind of let that sink in. Do you need to? No, but you might want to. Now, everybody's why can definitely be different. Why you're decided to undertake this health journey and the ketogenic lifestyle could be different from why I have undertaken the ketogenic lifestyle and been on this health journey. For me, my why is to be able to do things with my family. So it makes sense for me, as time has gone on, that I've wanted to do more exercise because I like doing things and being active with my family. And in order to do that, I want to have more stamina in my legs. I want to have more lung capacity. I want to be able to go on a hike with my family, and to be able to not be the one that's constantly saying, hey, can we have a minute? That sort of thing. Or go to the amusement park and not be the guy that's got to sit down every 5 or 10 minutes. So my why is definitely related to my physical fitness, not directly related. I'm not looking to run a 5K. I'm not looking to do a triathlon. I'm not looking to become the strongest man alive. But it's related to fitness because my why is that I want to do things with my family. In order to be able to do things with my family, I have to exercise. I shouldn't say I have to exercise. I get to exercise. I like to exercise. But why I thought about this and why I wanted to talk to you guys and share this with you today is that if you're at the beginning of your journey, I don't think you should feel like you need to jump in guns blazing with exercise on the first day. Do I think exercise is good for you? Absolutely. Do I think if you want to exercise, I'm not telling you not to, but I think you might get the impression by watching the influencers, looking at channels, my channel, other people's channels, that you're like, oh man, he's got 5 goals and 3 of them are related to exercise and movement. Am I not doing enough? And from the exercise standpoint, am I going to have the results that I want if I don't exercise? And I think that to some degree, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse, if that makes sense. That what worked for me when I first started and what I was able to do when I first started on my journey is not what works for me necessarily now and what I'm able to do now. And I would say if you're just getting started, if you're anything like I was when I was just getting started, my physical activity was about 0. So anything would be a drastic improvement over what I had been doing when I started. And so if you're just getting started, and like I said, a long walk for you is from the couch to the fridge, then jumping in with a goal of walking 10,000 steps a day, every day of the week, and doing a DDPY workout, and doing your weight training program, those are the things that I have for myself right now, is probably not a good start for you. And that you would want to work yourself up to whatever fitness level you want to be at. And you may have a goal to run a 5K. And maybe that's what you want to do. They have lots of couch to 5K goals out there, or programs, I should say, that'll get you from the couch to being able to run a 5K. Or maybe you want to, again, maybe you want to build a hike with your family. Maybe you want to be able to be the strongest man alive. Go for it. But I guess this whole rambling bunch of talk about exercise is just to say that I think exercise is important. I think exercise is helpful. but I don't think that exercise is necessary, especially not when you're starting. And I would highly recommend that if you're just getting started on keto, that intentional movement be the place that you start, especially if you, again, have been living on the couch, as many of us have before we've started our keto journeys. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. And I know I say this a lot. I know this is probably a big theme of my videos, but each of our journeys is individual. And don't feel like you have to copy everything that your favorite keto influencer does, because often, even those of us who share their lives, and I feel like I share quite a bit of my life with all of you, you don't have the full story of my life. Now, that isn't necessarily because I'm wanting to hide any of my life from you, but you get to see me once or twice a week in these wonderful videos that I share, and that's it. So you're unaware of most of what's going on in my life, in the same way that you're probably unaware of a lot of what's going on in the lives of whatever keto influencer you're looking at. So make the journey your own, make it unique to you. Do you have to exercise? No, but you might want to. There you go. Keep calm and keto on. Have a wonderful Independence Day if you're celebrating that. I thought it was great here at my father-in-law's house. I could have right behind me a wonderful Old Glory flying. We're going to have a great celebration tomorrow, celebrating Independence Day, the 4th of July. Hope that you guys have a fun and safe 4th of July. Keep calm and keto on. We'll talk to you guys again soon.